Howdy. Today is October 22nd, 2024, and yesterday I spent at the hospital, surgical consult, CT scan, and blood draw in preparation for surgery on November 8th. And I just looked at the test results and doctor's notes, and it looks like I'm cleared for the operation. So what we got, like 18 days. And just wanted to come on here and some folks have been asking for an update. There you go, update. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have. So the next 3 weeks is just working out, building myself up in preparation for this operation. I've been running barefoot on the beach here out by Point Magoo, the edge of Malibu and Ventura County. And it seems like I've been doing a lot of this, building myself up for shit to happen, and it knocks me down a couple pegs, and I have to build myself back up again. I'm really looking forward to building myself up once and for all, and not having to look forward to some sort of procedure or operation or treatment that's gonna whack the bejeebers out of me. So that's what this last thing, them reconnecting my colon and getting rid of this bag. I noticed in the doctor's notes there's some reference to how the patient was adamant about taking down the ileostomy before the end of surveillance. Surveillance is like 5 years, and they're expressing, that they would rather me just walk around with this friggin' bag through surveillance, in case the cancer comes back. And I'm like, and I said to the doctor yesterday, I was like, all you folks, you administer this stuff and you perform these operations, but you don't know what it's like to be, receiving this, on the receiving end of it. And there's absolutely no way that you would want your body to be in a compromised situation for any longer than is absolutely necessary, in case something goes wrong. I mean, as I've said before, there's they say that this specific cancer has a high incidence of recurrence. And I'm like, well, if it does recur, I would rather face it with a physically fit body than a compromised body, So that's where I'm at with it all. In a few weeks, I'll be able to just get on with it, and come what may, if it comes back, it comes back, and we'll deal with it then. That's what I've said to them. So we'll take it from there. So that's what's up. Thanks to everybody that's been paying attention. Thanks to everybody that's donated to my continued existence. I don't know where I'd be if folks hadn't been donating to this GoFundMe, especially over the past couple of weeks, because excuse me, because you know, the last procedure, you know, putting in that metal stent, it's still there. They mentioned something about taking it out after the operation. They also mentioned something about replacing it with a larger stent, a bigger diameter. But we'll see what we end up with. Luckily, you know, after the first week or so of having that stent in, I stopped bleeding. It stopped hurting. I somehow, just literally overnight, I was like, it was the weekend, and I was like, you know, you can't get a hold of a doctor on a weekend there. And going to the emergency room is a waste of time. And that, you know, the last time I went to the emergency room, like 2 years ago, it was a 27-hour wait. But I just said to myself, you know, if this doesn't improve by Monday, I'm gonna have to go back to the hospital. That's why I've been hanging out this in, you know, the north end of LA County, in case I had to rush back to the hospital. So that Saturday night through Sunday morning, all the pain stopped, the pooping out clear mucus and no more blood, and it all just stopped. And I don't know how, why, or whatever, but I think my system just got the message that that stent wasn't going anywhere. We need it for now to keep my colon open. And so yeah, the only thing I'm waiting on right now is the results of that CT scan, but there shouldn't be any difference from the last one, which the last one was about 3 weeks ago, and it showed it was the best CT scan I've had since they've been taking them, since 2019. All my organs were clear and no sign of cancer anywhere. So yeah, and I feel like I'm getting stronger. So the rest of it is just psychological. I shouldn't say just psychological. It's very psychological. That's the part that starts when all the medical interventions stop. You know, I can't say that I'm not a little bit frazzled by everything that's happened over the past 4 years, all these needles and whatnot. Luckily yesterday I had a phlebotomist. Phlebotomist is a person that takes your blood, right? Crazy word. I had a really good one, and you know, she I could barely feel the needle, but I am so over needles. I've had so many of them go wrong and cost me. And you know, there's a lot of stuff that I know. I'm looking forward to being able to, you know, soak in the wilderness in a hot spring, and just, you know, process this stuff out. But as long as I've got, you know, I look down and I see this friggin' bag, a piece of my colon sticking out of my abdomen, spewing into this bag, it's, you know, it's friggin' surreal. You know, it's not something I even want to get used to, you know. So I know I've got some work to do psychologically when all of this is over. The outward part, the inner healing begins. So that's it. That's about it for now. Keeping it short. Thanks again to everybody that's paying attention. Thanks to everyone that's donated their concern and you know, expressed their concern for my well-being, and you know, sent me money and all that. It's such an odd moment to be in. You know, the world is doing what it's doing. You know, this election is coming up. I've got my head into this, trying not to get too caught up in the electioneering stuff. 3 days after the election is when the operation is, and I expect to be at least an overnight, possibly 2, in the hospital. And any time I spend in that hospital is, as an inpatient, it's full on. It's very intense. So the goal is to get out of there as soon as I can and get back out into wilderness and let the healing begin. So that's it. Thanks.